Alex Bowman made a big announcement, something that is going to decide its future, something that will help him shape his coming life. So what is it? What is he doing? And how will he do so? Let us know in the comment box if you have any ideas about it. Alex Bowman is basically worried about his future, and now he made a big announcement that will decide the rest of his life. So what is this big announcement? Here we are going to find out about everything. Watch the video till the end to know everything about it. Before that, subscribe to our channel Racing Rush if you haven't yet, and click the bell icon to get notifications of all our latest videos. So here we are going to begin with the video. It doesn't matter how skilled a driver is behind the wheel of a race car. In order for him to perform to the best of his abilities, he needs a crew chief who he can rely on and trust. In addition, Alex Bowman has had that for many years in the form of Greg Ives. Ives inherited Bowman in 2016 when Dale Earnhardt Jr. was sidelined with post-concussion syndrome. At the time, Bowman was a young and unproven Cup driver who had unexpectedly lost his ride at Tommy Baldwin Racing prior to the start of the season. Ives was tasked with providing Bowman with everything he needed to demonstrate his talent as Earnhardt's substitute driver. After Earnhardt's retirement in 2018, the two were reunited as teammates, and they have had a lot of success together since then, racking up 7 victories, 2 pole positions in the Daytona 500, and 5 postseason appearances, with their best finish coming in 6th place in the standings in 2020. However, in spite of their achievements, they have decided that their time spent working together as driver and crew chief is coming to an end. Ives recently made the announcement that he will step down from his position as crew chief of Bowman's number 48 team at the end of the 2022 season. He will take on a new role at Hendrick Motorsports in order to devote more of his time to his family and to supporting his son Parker in his efforts as a go-kart racer. In an interview with CBS Sports, Bowman voiced his approval of Ives' choice to step away from NASCAR and revealed that he and his crew chief had talked about the issue in the weeks leading up to Ives' announcement. It doesn't matter how skilled a driver is behind the wheel of a race car in order for him to perform to the best of his abilities. He needs a crew chief who he can rely on and trust. In addition, Alex Bowman has had that for many years in the form of Greg Ives. However, in spite of their achievements, they have decided that their time spent working together as driver and crew chief is coming to an end. Ives recently made the announcement that he will step down from his position as crew chief of Bowman's number 48 team at the end of the 2022 season. He will take on a new role at Hendrick Motorsports in order to devote more of his time to his family and to supporting his son Parker in his efforts as a go-kart racer. In an interview with CBS Sports, Bowman voiced his approval of Ives' choice to move away from NASCAR and revealed that he and his crew chief had discussed the issue in the weeks leading up to Ives' announcement. Bowman's comments show support for Ives' decision. The fact that Bowman is currently affiliated with a racing team of Hendrick Motorsports, which is of such a high caliber, means that he has a large number of opportunities from which to select. This is excellent news for Bowman, although Bowman told CBS Sports that his team's search for a crew chief will not be limited to internal candidates and that the team will also consider external candidates. Hendrick Motorsports has a deep roster of personnel who could be considered just as Ives once was when his path to becoming a crew chief began as a Hendrick mechanic and then as an engineer on the number 48 team. Bowman stated, "I think the best fit for the job is going to get the job whether they are an internal hire or from somewhere else, and he was of the opinion that this would happen regardless of where the candidate came from. I believe that in certain circumstances, it most certainly does make things easier, and I believe that one of the best aspects of HMS is the breadth and depth of really good people there are here. I believe that helps us not only in this situation but each week. Whatever projects we have going on or whatever is going on at the shop, the depth of great people at HMS is a huge benefit." The best way for Bowman to give Ives a proper send-off and make the opening for the number 48 team's crew chief even more lucrative is for the team to make a deep run in the NASCAR playoffs, which was something that didn't seem likely just a short while ago. This is the best way that Bowman can give Ives a proper send-off. Following a strong start to the season in which Bowman and his crew finished in the top 5 3 times and in the top 10 9 times, including a victory in Las Vegas, Bowman and his team struggled mightily over a run of races throughout the summer. During the months of June and July, he did not have a single finish in the top 10, and during that time he had a string of 4 DNFs during a stretch of 6 races. The team's fortunes, on the other hand, have started to look back up since they finally got another top 10 finish at Michigan. His average finish in the last 5 races is 13.4, which includes a 10th place performance in the playoff opener at Darlington, despite having to overcome both damages incurred on pit road and getting caught a lap behind when the yellow came out during a cycle of green flag pit stops. In the round of 16 standings, Bowman is currently in 10th place and he is 10 points ahead of the cutoff line for the round of 12. Kansas is one of his best racetracks statistically, and he will be competing there next. Bowman is optimistic about what he and his team are capable of accomplishing, particularly now that he and his crew chief are in sync for their final run together. Despite the fact that he is once again being overlooked for a spot in the playoffs as a result of his recent performances, which have left him frustrated. I believe that in the few weeks leading up to the playoffs, we were playing at a really high level of speed. It's possible that we didn't show how strong we were, particularly at Watkins Glen during the Daytona race, but we were. I don't believe those races went the way we intended them to, but we had pretty strong speed throughout them, Bowman stated, and then went to Darlington, where I don't believe we were great, but I think we were very strong. I believe that there was a lot that we were able to overcome. That we were still able to finish in the top 10 despite our struggles was a huge accomplishment for our team, and I believe that our future prospects are bright. Both Greg and I are probably the most motivated that I've ever seen the two of us be at the same time. I believe that we are in a good position because we had fast race cars and because we are going to racetracks that are good for us. Apart from this big announcement, let's take a look at Alex's early life. Alexander Michael Bowman, or Alex Bowman, was raised in Tucson. He grew up in his hometown, where he first showed an interest in sports, particularly racing. Bowman began his racing career when he was 7 years old, competing in and around his hometown. In 2006, he had already won a number of titles and competitions in what has been a remarkable career for such a young racer. In NASCAR circles, he is now a household name. In his younger years, Bowman was a fantastic and highly successful racer. He advanced to the next level as a professional racer after winning several races and competitions. He has since switched to driving for Hendrick Motorsports, and his car now bears the number 88. Alex Bowman's income is very high because he is a professional race car driver. One of the highest paying sports is one of the most difficult and dangerous in the world, auto racing. As of this year, 2022, Alex Bowman has a net worth of roughly $4.6 million. Since he has only recently begun a professional career in auto racing, he has a lot of time and opportunity to increase his wealth through this endeavor. Alex Bowman is not yet considered legally married. Emily Boat, his girlfriend, is absolutely stunning and beautiful. Their photos together are a staple in her social media profiles. Before they even met, Emily Boat was his #1 fan. Bowman is a well-known race car driver who competes in the NASCAR series on a regular basis. His wealth is estimated to be $4.6 million in 2022. As a 27-year-old in the year 2022, Alex Bowman still has plenty of time to develop his abilities in his chosen field. And please let us know in the comments if there is anything you think should have been included in the video but wasn't. Your thoughts and suggestions will help us refine and improve the data. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get a notification for all our latest videos. Thanks for watching.